Alrighty guys, it is opening weekend in Wisconsin. Just had my first little bit of action this morning. I heard something behind me, and a doe and two fawns came running literally straight at me. They got within like 5 yards, and then Mom smelled something and they took back off kind of where they came from. But I'm excited to be back out. The hunt for dagger continues. For those of you that haven't seen, this bow season on my vacation I took for rut hunting, I played one of the craziest cat and mouse games I've ever seen with my number one buck that I'm calling Dagger. I'll put a link to that video below. You're going to want to check it out. But over the course of 4 days, I saw my number one buck 5 times. Shot him once, missed him a second time. Obviously my first shot, the time I hit him, was not a lethal shot. And where that took place is actually less than 50 yards away right there. And I'm sitting in a stand over this field where I saw Dagger 3 times, I believe. So we've got lots of pictures of him since. Our land is definitely in his core area, so today's all about trying to get Dagger. And then after that, I'm on meat duty. I want at least 2 more deer for myself. My brother wants a deer. We got another guy that couldn't make it to deer camp this year that wants a deer. We need to knock some deer down for meat. So at a certain point, the goals will switch from trying to get Dagger to trying to stack up a few doe. Well, that was tempting. Heard like 6 deer just came through. That was pretty crazy. I'm still waiting for a buck, but if they do that tomorrow, that's gonna be trouble. I struggle with whether I should even share this or not, because it makes me look like such an idiot. But my stand is probably my cabin is 150 yards that way through some pine trees. I'm in a gun stand in the middle of this big field, and normally we like to sit all day on opening day. But just because I'm so close to the cabin, and it doesn't really affect much, I can get out of my stand and be in the cabin in a minute. I got down, went to go get a drink, go to the bathroom, and I just sat down in the chair to relax for 15 minutes or so. This is all that. I got down at 12:30. At 1:05, I stood up and looked out the kitchen window. And in between me and this gun stand, so probably 50 yards from this gun stand, stands 4 bucks. 2 of which are shooters. One of those shooters I'm fairly certain was Dagger. They were all together running, and they kind of stopped for a second in the middle of this field, and I got just a couple second glance at them. But 2 of them were shooters. One of them was, I would bet money that was Dagger. And then they headed off that way towards my dad. I didn't hear any shooting, but they all went into those pines over there, kind of down towards my dad. So I'm furious, to say the least, with myself. My other thought was, I don't think any bucks are going to be, going through the middle of the field around noon on opening day of gun season. Sure, if they did, the 30 minutes I'm not in my stand is when he decides to stroll by at like 50 yards. So now the plan is hopefully wait for them to come back, or whatever. I don't know. But that sucks. Alright, well, I think my dad might have just shot Dagger. Sitting here in that same little group of bucks came flying out of the woods out in front of me this time. Way too far in the woods, and then they made it into the pines. and I saw them kind of go down towards my dad's field, that group of bucks, and he shot a couple times, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. At this time, I don't know if I for sure saw a dagger, but it looked like I saw at least 2 bucks and another deer or 2. So it looked kind of like that same group of deer that I saw in this field that I'm pretty sure Dagger was with. So, oh man, I hope that he shot like 4 times, which is not normally a good thing. Hopefully it is this time. Well, this is just absolutely craziness. My dad just shot like 4 times or something like that. And I wanted to go over there, but I also don't know if he missed or whatever. I didn't want to go disturb him hunting, so I called him. We get really bad reception up here, and it was really broken up, but I heard him say, I killed a 10-pointer. So and then after that, the phone call broke up. I just had a real nice buck right here in my crosshairs. It wasn't Dagger. Not quite what I'm looking for. I apologize, I haven't been getting hardly any film just because it's all been far away in the woods. In order to identify these deer, I gotta get my gun up and put my scope on them and stuff. But my dad said at first, he called me after that. This buck is still right here, like 200 yards through the brush, walking away. After these deer came through, my dad called me again, and it kind of sounds like it's a smaller 10-pointer than he thought it was. He said he thought for sure he was shooting at Dagger, so either Dagger was in that group and he shot the wrong deer, or Dagger was not in that group. I could very easily see that buck I just passed. I could very easily see that being the deer that I thought was Dagger when I saw him out of the kitchen window. He's a mainframe 8-pointer, very similar frame, just smaller. It's probably like 135-inch 8-pointer, so there are deer running around that one. That guy just ran away that way. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go help my dad or what his plan is, if he for sure got it down. I feel like the conversation was so broke up, it sounds like he knows he for sure got it down and it might be a smaller deer. So, man, I apologize. It's just so hard to get this on film. The stand sucks to film out of, and it's all happening kind of far away across the field and stuff like that. So it's been difficult to film, but I'm going to do my best to try to, whatever happens next, try to actually get some footage for you guys. For the year. Alrighty, boom. There's number 2. I got my meat for sure for the year taken care of. The rest of today I'm just gonna sit and wait for a big buck, and then tomorrow, so I've killed 3 deer, 1 with a bow and then those 2, so that's enough meat for just me. But we got several guys too that would like deer, so if I don't pull the trigger for the rest of the year, I'm fine. I got my freezers filled, I got my family taken care of. I would still love to get a buck, love to get Dagger, and then if I talk to some of these guys and they want me to shoot them a deer, I would be glad to do that for them as well. So right now I'm gonna stick it out and wait for Dagger. Oh, I cannot believe this. I just shot those 2 doe. That was alright. This area's probably kind of boogered up right now. I'm gonna pee, so I open the door, I pee, I sit down, and I look to my left, and Dagger is literally running across the field at 70 yards. I yelled at him. I could not get him to stop. I had one. He was walking And quartering away from me, I had one shot at him. I just didn't take it. It was a bar shot quartering away. But that was without a doubt him. I had the crosshairs on him. Unbelievable. He came from the cabin. He was right here. I literally yelled at him and he wouldn't stop. Oh, I cannot believe that. I literally shot that second doe 2 minutes ago. And I thought, you know what? Everything would kind of be away from me. It'd be an okay time to go to the bathroom out the back door here. And he probably saw me sit down or something. That is now my, for sure, at least 6 encounter with that deer. Oh, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should have shot her or not. He was moving and it was a long ways away, but I had it right center mass. But there's no way I can wound that deer again. I just wasn't gonna do that. You're not gonna believe this. I just shot 2 does. Yeah, over here. And I figured everything would be all boogered up, good time to pee. I'm peeing out the back window. When you came this way, you kicked Dagger up. He was just right there running across the field at 70 yards and I couldn't get a shot at him.
Corner. Right in front of the cabin.
Yep.
I thought I killed him. I mean, the deer I shot is 80 to 100 yards away, and he was running with 2 other bucks, an 8-pointer and a humongous spike, and he was in front, and I thought for sure it was Dagger. They were flying into the swamp, and he locked them up, and I had that much left before they went in the swamp. From the side, this deer looks, at 100 yards, but it's a 10-pointer.
Yeah. I'm not kidding you. Before I saw you, 40 seconds before I saw you, Dagger was just right here.
Oh my
right,
God.
30 yards behind you, running full tilt into their land. And I had my crosshairs on him running, and I was just like, I can't wound this deer again.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Got work to do.
Alright, this all kind of makes sense now. When Dad heard me shoot the first time, he had thought I shot a buck. I sent him a text saying that I passed on that 8-pointer. That I had that 8-pointer and I passed on him. And I shot a doe. And then I never sent another text after that. He misread it and thought I had an 8-pointer. Then he heard me shoot again and figured I got a doe and would be done for the day. So he got out of his stand at that point. He's hunting maybe 600 yards that way. Across another field, and when he came through these pines, there's that wall of pines right there. Dagger must have been in there, and Dad kicked Dagger up, and that's why he was sprinting across the field, not because he saw me peeing or getting back in my chair or whatever. So after talking with Dad and figuring that out, that makes sense as to why he was running, and the timing was perfect for Dad to have kicked him up, which means I don't know if he was either walking or bedded right here in those pines, but maybe he's just scooting through the pines, or maybe that's where he went to bed after I saw that group of bucks over there or whatever. I don't know, but odds are he's not gonna come back tonight. But I've seen crazier stuff with this deer. For some reason, he likes being in this field and around this field. Holy crap. I see a buck. I see a buck over there in the neighbor's land. Oh, he's not coming this way. Anyway, I just saw a buck. 2 deer running, and one of them was a buck way through the woods. I can't believe I saw him. They weren't headed this direction the last time I saw them, and I lost sight of them, but I'm going to just sit the rest of the night in case Dagger comes back. Like I said, I don't think he'll come back tonight, but with this deer, you never know what to expect. 6th time I've seen him now. Crazy. pull another one down. That one's just a little one. I got a text from my brother saying stack them up, we need meat. And we get, literally as many doe tags as we want in this county. And the funny thing about that is, the deer was literally in between me and the cabin, and I see my dad standing on the front porch, dumping some water out. So she walked another, I don't know, 50 yards and kind of cleared the cabin, and I shot her just because she's 100 yards right in front of the cabin, so that'll be a nice easy drag. And we got people that need meat. So now I'm legitimately done shooting doe. I don't know, I got deer all over this field. I gotta go clean. I want to get down and get to work, but there's an hour left of daylight, and you just never know with dagger that deer could come back. So I'm gonna set it out. I'm here on top of this deer. It's definitely a smaller one. There's a cabin. My dad was standing on the porch and he watched me shoot it, so that was pretty cool. So I got this one because we got guys that need meat. It's close to the cabin. Kind of cool that dad got to watch it right from the porch, but I'm gonna go around, gut all my deer, and we'll put a stringer together for him, and then
Sandwich meat?
and then we're gonna wait for the guys to go get dad's buck. So we got some work to do. Alrighty, it is about noon on Monday, and I'm gonna get packed up and head home. I wanna get back to my family. Here is our buck pull for the weekend. 1 10-pointer and 4 does. I'll be taking 2 of these does home. I gave 1 to my friend Bird. So I got venison. That was one of my goals, was I wanted to get a whole bunch of venison. So I got two to take home this time. My dad got that 10-pointer. He thought it was dagger, honestly a little bit smaller of a buck than we normally like to take, but still a nice deer. We're gonna take some pictures and I'm gonna get out of here. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it back for the second weekend, or do any late season hunting. I don't know yet. It's been a long year. My wife has really been allowing me to go hunting a lot this November, so it's time to probably call it close for this year. I might be able to get out 1 or 2 more times, but that's it. As far as dagger goes, last I know he's still alive. I saw him 2 days ago. Haven't seen him since, so not sure. My brother Chris is going to be here all week, so I would not be surprised if he gets a shot at him with how mobile that deer is. So yeah, it was a great weekend. We accomplished one of my goals of getting venison. And then, as always, just having fun at the cabin is what gun hunting is all about with me, hanging with my friends and family, having a good time, and then just enjoying time outside. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe so that you can get alerted for any new updates and stuff. And if you haven't checked out my bow hunting video for dagger, I'll leave a link below. You got to check that out. It was an incredible week of chasing this deer. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.